Well, hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Just got a little bit of a question for you as to how you deal with this situation. I do some voluntary work, and the place where I do the voluntary work, one of the supervisors there came up to me the other day. She knows I'm a keen photographer because I do a lot of photography where I do the voluntary work, and she said, "Oh Jeff, can you do me a favour?" She said, "My husband said to me the other day he'd like to get a decent camera, and what can you advise? What should I get? Because I'm thinking of getting one for, I hope he doesn't see this because he might know, I'm thinking of getting one for his birthday." Anyway, I said to her, "Well, how long is a piece of string? There are so many good cameras out there. It's just almost impossible to do." And I said, "What does he want to do it for? Does he know why he wants to have a camera?" "I don't know," she said. "He just said he wanted to get a decent camera and buy a camera." And I thought to myself, well, people use phones these days, but obviously her husband, I'd say he's probably in his 30s, 40s, I don't know. And so you wonder why people want to get a decent camera. Maybe he's had a camera background, shot film cameras before, or just started off with digital at one stage and got tired of it. And photography is the in thing at the moment. So I thought about it and I said, look, I tell you what, I've got plenty of cameras here. As you can see, I've reviewed a lot on this channel. I'll lend him a camera if you like, and he can try it out and see whether he really wants a proper camera. And I said by proper camera I mean a camera that you can actually put lenses on and take them on and off and all that sort of stuff. And she said, "Oh yeah, that'd be good." So I haven't followed on with that conversation yet, but I'm just thinking to myself, well, I can't just give him a camera. I can give him a camera plus the manual that goes with it. I'm thinking of one of my Pentax cameras with a couple of lenses and the manual and some batteries and all that sort of stuff, but I would need to show him how to use it, and that would mean that I would need to maybe give him 1 or 2 lessons and just a run through, and still might be doing that. But anyway, I thought to myself, well, what do other people do if they haven't got someone like me to do that for them? A lot of them look at it on YouTube and see what's around and try and learn bit by bit from all the different YouTube channels. But I've got a lot of photography books, and when I see older ones that are a little bit, a few years old, digital photography how-to books, I tend to get them if they're at a very good price. And some of them, where I get my books from, are very good prices. And some of them are just perfect for someone just starting out in photography that tells you everything about digital photography. To make my case, I'll show you this one here. This one here is Beginner's Photography. It's by the DK people. I think that's a British company. The ultimate step-by-step manual for getting the most from your digital camera. And this is the 2nd edition. This cost me $2 and it's in mint condition. Look at that. Someone wrote in it was given as a happy birthday present in 2016, and now obviously it's been turned into the second-hand shop where I got this from. But it covers everything you need to know about photography. And you can use this as a manual, a how-to manual. Sure, you can look at the internet, the YouTube how-to videos, but this is a really good reference book. And the cameras in it are fairly up-to-date. Digital SLRs. What do we got here? Equipment, for instance. It's talking about the different equipment at the time. Camera phone, a basic compact, an advanced compact, a bridge super zoom, a CSC. That's what's CST stand for? A full range of automatic, manual and creative controls plus interchangeable lenses, all in a small camera body. Compact and DSLR style camera bodies available. Digital SLR, which is what I use most of the time, and of course now we've got the mirrorless ones, which are not mentioned in here all that much, but it's got the different things here explaining the screen options and everything you want to know really. This one is set up through the viewfinder on the LCD screen. Other camera types, compact system camera, CSC, that's what that must stand for, didn't know that. Bridge super zoom, Nikon, Canon. So it goes through all the different types of cameras, how to hold the camera, all the basics there. And of course the most important thing is exposure. It's got a big section on exposure, and the flash equipment, how to do bounce flash, lighting, flash anatomy, the different fittings that you can use for lighting, the different scene modes on your cameras. So this is an ideal book for $2 for someone who just wants to start into photography. Sure, they can book some online courses, watch online things for free, or get someone like me to show them. But these books around the place, they're dealing with, and a lot of the people who are just starting out are not going to buy very expensive cameras. Maybe they will if it's a birthday present, but they're not going to get the latest. So these books are ideally placed for the cameras that are just a little bit older now, but are still very good cameras. This one here, Digital Photography, a complete visual guide by Michael Wright. Beautiful big book, and it's got a lot about using Photoshop in here as well, how to do all the different settings and things like that. Fixing overexposure, fixing underexposure, using the selection tools, adjustment levels. It's got lots of stuff about using digital software. Some of them have that. Even though it might be some of the older versions of Photoshop or whatever, they're still pretty good. This one here, I've got the latest version. This one's another one by DK Publications, by Tom Ang. I think I might have talked about it before, the Digital Photographer's Handbook, fully updated edition. And this is not all that old, and it's got a lot of that sort of things in the same: record keeping, festivals, also the different types of photography that you're doing. Ecotourism, documentary photography, starting progress, studio flash, advanced metering, exposure control, influencing perspective, digital zooms, focusing and depth of field, and picture composition. So what I'm suggesting is that look around, see what's around. There are lots of, if you go to some of these service clubs which have bookshops where they raise a lot of money for charity, they have some fantastic bookshops. They do here in Adelaide anyway, and the Rotary bookshops in Adelaide is where I get most of my books from, and they are terrific. So there's a shout out for the Rotary bookshop. The one I go to is down on Terrace at Edwardstown. So I shouldn't have told you that, because now you go and pinch all the bargains. But they have lots of books in there, picture books and everything under the sun. So some of these, when they have the next cameras market in Adelaide, I might put them up on the stall at the camera market. So anyway, there you go, just an idea. What do you do when someone comes to you and says, my husband wants to get into photography, how can you help? What camera? How does he learn to do it? And all that sort of stuff. So I'd suggest shopping around for some of these books. Use all the other resources, people like me, or the internet, courses you can buy. But have a look at some of these books that are around. They're maybe a few years old, but they've still got fantastic information in them and tell you everything about photography. So there you go. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you wish, like if you like. I'll see you next time.